What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's going on with my voice there? Uh, Back with another one. I feel like I have a direction with the channel and you know, which which direction I want to go with it. And I think it's um, gonna be like kind of, something that breaks the illusions of the current system that we're living in to move towards the next system. And I think people, not enough people are talking about this. I think the ones that see the collapse are like preppers and other people, um, and that's fine. But we can't make it alone. We can't be some man out in the wilderness like making fires and surviving by himself. I don't know if that's. I don't think that's possible. And so, yeah. So today's video, I wanted to just talk about. It shouldn't take all your time just to live. Work has collapsed. We're taught that work gives life meaning, but somewhere along the way, we started spending all our time just trying to survive, not to thrive, not to dream, not to build a future, but to pay for food, shelter, childcare, and a roof over our heads. When survival becomes a full-time job, collapse isn't coming. It already happened. In this video, I'm going to talk about the quiet collapse happening around us, why the nuclear family model can't survive under modern economics, and what a post-collapse society might look like when we demonetize survival and rebuild tribe, community, and meaning. This isn't doom, it's design. If we can name the failure, we can imagine a better world on the other side of it. So, people working 2, 3 jobs to support their family, to pay their rent, to pay their bills, to eat, even if they have a mortgage, they're still paying out money. Taxes are going up every year. Inflation is going up, even though when Biden was president, he didn't want to recognize it. He didn't want to point it out because he knew it would make him look bad. So he wouldn't talk about the price of energy going up, the price of gas, the price of natural gas, the price of electric, all these things going up. Um, we used to work to improve life. We would work to buy things that maybe we wanted, or vacations that we wanted to go out on, or to upgrade our house or our standard of living in some way. Maybe we could eat better, organic, or this and that. But these days, we're barely making ends meet. And that's not living anymore. That's just surviving. Um, now we work to avoid falling behind. Survival is the new default, and it's not good. Um, Excuse me, I had to stretch. The nuclear family was never designed for this. It was designed for cheap houses and one income. But that collapsed under expensive housing and 2 incomes. The quiet collapse that's happening is a collapse that doesn't look like war, riots, apocalypse. It's a collapse that looks like multiple jobs, no free time, no children, no dreams, no meaning, no hope. How much of your day is actually yours, spent doing the things that you want to do? Are we enjoying life, or are we just getting by? Are we able to have hobbies and different things that make our life enjoyable? Are we able to spend time with our kids without having to worry about working multiple jobs to support them in spite of them? Um, Yeah, having free time, I can see myself sometimes at the park. I'll bring the kids to the park, and many people come and go while we're still there, and we have the time. I'm not, you know, um, making fun of or saying that, we have the time to spend at the park, but so many other people don't. They bring their kids there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and they gotta go. They got something else to do. When sometimes we have play dates, and a friend of mine will bring over his daughter, and our daughters will play together. They come over for 20, 30 minutes, an hour, and they gotta go. And the kids are like, "What? We just started playing together. Like, we wanna play. We got things to do. We have things to do." And, it's just unfortunate in the way that we are, in the way things are going. When you have time, when you don't have time to work on your dreams or things that you'd like to pursue. Um, and that's, I think most people that are, families, in the nuclear family, the moms and the dads, they kind of give up any dreams that they had, because now that now the dream is the children. That's all they have time for. They don't have time to work a full-time job and raise the kids and take them places, or um, different things. So there's so many people that aren't having kids these days, for that reason, because they'd have to give up on their dreams. But even the ones that don't have kids are not necessarily living their dream life either. Um, Most people are still working a full-time job while having maybe a side hustle, like a YouTube channel, or um, some sort of side hustle that they do so that they can have extra money. But that's not living either. That's just accumulating more money. It's just surviving. You think you're living the life of your dreams because you have all this maybe savings in your bank account, but how long is that going to last? So um, how much of our day is actually ours? How much of our day can we spend on ourselves? When I was married, living with my wife and kids and stuff, I did have some time to myself, but I only had so much time to myself. It wasn't very much, and it was barely enough time to have a YouTube channel, much less do anything else. I'd have to get up early so I could do yoga. Um, Going to the gym is kind of a new, more novel thing for me. Um, Recently, I did go when I was younger a lot. Um, so if survival equals a full-time job, then life equals no time for meaning, community, family, creativity, spirituality. Demonetizing survival introduces a future society design where we have a tribe of people. This is how it's always been done. Communal childcare, where you can ask the neighbors to watch your kids, or they can all play together, while someone else go hunts and gathers food, or is growing the food. It's a community working together. Um, Distributed roles. Everybody has a job to do, um, but it's a lot easier when we work together on those jobs. The husband doesn't have 10 different things to do. If you have a community of people and each one has their designated roles, you can still have some semblance of a life, um, much more so, and I think far more gratifying than working for a corporate entity, working in corporate businesses. They don't care about your your life or how much time you have. You're just another name with a number, and if you don't do what they'll say, they'll just replace you with someone else. There's enough people out there looking for jobs that, they don't care, and that's unfortunate. Um, Shared housing, non-monetary provisioning, I just wanna, say that this isn't doom. We're not looking at, uh I'm trying to think of some of these movies where it's like post-apocalyptic, uh, living where it's like deserts everywhere and you can't find water, and water's some dark, dingy thing in a bucket that you don't even know what's in there. This is collapse. It's collapse of our current society as an opportunity to build something new, to build something that is for us, that works for us, because the current system isn't working. And so it's redesign as a choice. And I find that encouraging. I feel like we could build something better than currently exists. We don't need to build back what is already here because it was never working for us to begin with. We need to build something new that works for us, and not against us. This whole debt slave system where you can become indebted to credit cards and a mortgage and a car payment, that doesn't work. You just slave your life away, constantly upgrading your vehicle every year, every couple years. You got to upgrade your phone every year, every couple years. Now they got subscription services where you can literally subscribe to something and pay monthly for the rest of your life. It used to be you bought something, you paid a price, and that was it. And that was the end of it. Now it's subscription services that are just continually evolving. And I don't have a problem with it. Can be the system can be designed different, and we can't change the ones that are already doing it, the ones that are already profiting, but we can build something different as a community, online throughout the world. We don't have to settle for what already exists. We can build something new. Um, so I think I'll just leave it there for today, kind of quick and short. Um, I think I said my piece. I'd love to talk about this more. If you guys are intrigued by the topic, if you, um, have any input that you want to share, leave a comment. If you like what I'm talking about and you want to hear more about it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know. I'll make more videos like this and I can go into further detail on, um, on some of these topics. So, thank you very much. You guys have a great day. See you later.